Hey, fellow addicts, what's going on? TFA here. It's been a little bit, I suppose. Let me wipe off the camera. That didn't help. I guess that did. Um, so if you're seeing this video, you're seeing the title and everything. I come in here to basically talk about what's going on because I honestly don't feel like filming a video. I think the only way to kind of tackle this whole thing head on is by coming here, talking to you guys, and just kind of filling in the gaps of time that have been passing by in my life, and discussing some things for the future that I really think need to be addressed sooner than later. So um, I'll try and keep it as emotionless as possible, but as we all know, YouTube got in some kind of hefty trouble with the FTC, um, over selling kids' data for advertisers, and that's a big no-no. That's a crime. Apparently, I think they had to pay like a $500 million fine. I think I don't know the whole statistics on the whole matter, but apparently it's really going to affect a lot of YouTubers here who do kids content. So anyone who does Transformers toy reviews is already getting hit with it. I recently saw a video by Chefatron who said that he was most likely going to do it for the next few months until the very end. So props to him for being a true TF addict for life, even though he's not one of my followers. Um, you know, for being a true Transformers fan like that. Not even true Transformers fan, just for being a passionate Transformers fan. Um, for just continuing to go on even to the very end. That's something that I aspire to do. But I have heard reports of other YouTubers like MGO316, Optibotimus, Bolt Matrix, and many others out there who are being affected by this change already, saying that their content no longer fits the criteria for them to get monetized and all this. They've actually been unverified by YouTube, which is kind of concerning for a lot of people out there who do Transformers toy reviews or toy reviews in general. Um, so it kind of made me a little concerned as well. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I've made, I've made a lot of videos here on YouTube. I've made quite an abundance of subscribers. Um, and even though I struggle every now and then, because we all do, I I haven't done as much as I wanted to do. I'm still trying to work on Trees and the Tarn story. I was actually filming this review yesterday. I don't know why it's coming off glossy like that. That shouldn't be happening. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on, but why are my little rag things over here? Those up here at all? I don't know where I put those. I don't know, but the whole reason that I became TFA 1024 is already shared on the channel. If you don't know my history on why I became the Transformers addict, if I became this internet personality, the story's there on the channel. But I wanted to really try and achieve some kind of big end game for me, some kind of dream. Even if it's a small one to many, it's a big one to me, and I think that's what matters most. Um, of trying to be a very big, well-known Transformers YouTube content creator. Um, and unfortunately now, with this big change from YouTube, basically saying, hey, kids content is changing up, we're going to be applying this to a lot of things that count as kids content, such as toys, video games. Um, it's kind of making it even more difficult to try and make this happen. And it doesn't exactly help out that I'm not one to get the stuff early like a lot of the YouTubers out there. Um, and I'm not exactly getting as many views and everything as I want, but at the end of the day, the fact that I was able to contribute to the community by recommending a figure, by making a stop motion, is all that really mattered to me. I mean, yeah, I wanted recognition. I will fully come out and say that. I did want to be a little famous. I did want to be well known as a passionate individual who has been following this franchise since Transformers Armada. I mean, you know, everyone's talking about G1 Megatron, G1 Optimus Prime, but this was my G1 Optimus Prime. This was mine. I never had the Armada Megatron right away, but I did manage to get him throughout my life, and that was my G1 Megatron. Transformers Armada was my G1. And my official Generation 1, if we're talking in, like, official standing, was the Universe 2.0 toy line, because I remember seeing figures at my local Rite Aid. I saw Sunstreaker, I saw Blue Streak, I saw Sideswipe, I saw a lot of characters from the toy line. I also ended up getting, for Christmas gifts and birthday gifts, I ended up getting Universe 2.0 Acid Storm as my very first Seeker before I even knew about Starscream until Generation 1, until Armada, rather. That was the only Starscream I knew. You know, I ended up learning about all these other characters, and it continued to grow. I remember being like 5 or 6 years old, and I woke up every morning to watch Cartoon Network at like 6 a.m. to catch Transformers Energon and Cybertron, and then it moved from animated and so on and so forth. And I've been a part of this following all my life, and I couldn't be happier with that, with how passionate I am towards that. Unfortunately, I lack that passion for my everyday life. And you all know my situation as is. I've talked about it numerous times on Instagram. I talked about it numerous times here on YouTube. And I actually had a very nice discussion with some individuals who know me quite well, but not well enough, because you only know you only know yourself more than others. And they opened my eyes a little bit on how I acted, how I've been acting throughout my life. I just kind of, I was just kind of doing me, because at the end of the day, you can only, focus on yourself. And I don't know, it's interesting, as you grow older, everything you were taught is apparently wrong, but you still manage to learn new things as you grow, so. But, I'm getting a little too off topic, but, I guess I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I haven't made as much content as I wanted. I'm sorry that it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I mean, there are a lot of reviews that I really wish I could just kind of go back and redo, but there wouldn't really be a point unless I went back and deleted the old ones. But that would be like erasing history for me. That would be erasing what would be later on development, because watching the old reviews that I used to do were pretty cringy. And now watching the new ones that I do, I feel like I'm one of the big dogs up there. I mean, I'm not there yet, but I feel like I'm like Optibotimus or Emgo, and I'm adding my own personal flair to it, which is what I want. Sorry, I'm getting choked up. Which is what I wanted. I've met a lot of incredible people through this journey, and I want to continue it for as long as I can. Just to name quite a handful: TFM Page 101, Larry Arts Productions, Lockbot CRM, All Hail Megatron 1000, aka AHM1K, MK Former W1N, Colerite Leader of Prime Targets, Spooky D-Man, Stealthabot, TFI Creations, Mark Creation Studios. I got my buddy Cyborg Raptor back onto YouTube, so that was really cool. He's my co-admin for the channel, even though he doesn't do much, but he has the status. Makes his resume look good. Just trying to think of more people I should name off. Derivative Films. I've spoken with some great big influences in my life as well. I spoke to MGO316 on Twitter. I spoke to PIA in a comment section. I spoke to Uh, I spoke to Thew quite a bit in my past, on a personal level, but nonetheless, the fact he was willing to listen really meant a lot. Um, I got to meet a lot of incredible people in the actual Transformers the franchise. You know, I met Peter Cullen and Frank Welker at the unveiling of Transformers: The Ride down here in Orlando, Florida. Um, I got to meet Grey DeLisle, Alan Oppenheimer, Jose Delbo, the guys who made the exclusive artwork for the uh, Transformers new IDW series for issue 1. I think Jeffrey Edwards and Stephen Hoek, I think is what his name was. I can't remember the names, but I do remember them mostly. You know, and I even converted my girlfriend into being a Transformers addict for life, and it's been a hell of a run. Um, I'm not saying that this is the end. Far from it, because if I can't do YouTube here, then what's most likely going to possibly happen is I'll probably move to Instagram or some other platform, even though YouTube is literally the best platform to do everything on. I might even just become a Patreon exclusive type reviewer once this whole thing happens. But a lot of people are just kind of like freaking out for good reason about what's going to happen to the content creators who focus on children's stuff. Like, Transformers is aimed for kids. That is true. But there are adults to this day and age who still collect Transformers, who still follow the franchise more than ever. And it's really disheartening that YouTube is just looking at it from a corporate standpoint. Once again, they're not putting us into it. They're putting themselves. They're trying to cover their asses. I had this idea of making a video calling out the YouTube CEO about all this bullshit, because it's ridiculous that this once beautiful platform is essentially killing itself each and every day, and it makes me really sad that, unfortunately, that we as a community in the Transformers franchise, in the Transformers fandom, we have to suffer because of YouTube's poor choices. And I don't know what else can be done other than trying to find a new platform or trying to create a new platform. But that's going to take time, because I don't know. If someone out there has the time and the patience to do that, that'd be wonderful. But we'd all have to start from the very beginning and work our way back up. You know, I wanted to make YouTube as a career. It was a dream. It was the best way that I could say I worked with the Transformers brand, but not officially. I remember getting comments saying, you know, TFA, who basically convinced me to buy this figure, you know, I'm gonna get this now because of your review. I've had people come to me and say, you're an inspiration, you're a hero, you're one of the best Transformers channels that I know. And that's great. It makes me feel really happy and really appreciated and grateful to have people like you out there who can say that to me, to make me feel like I'm not just some nobody, I'm somebody. And granted, while it doesn't exactly put food on the table or money in my pocket for a sustainable income, I think that the goodwill and the good words that you guys give me is enough to keep making me go on. And I've talked with a lot of individuals about the depression and the attempts on taking my own life and all this other stuff. And out of everyone who I speak to, everyone listens, but they truly don't understand, because I feel like they just, while they can get at those points in their life, they're not experiencing life through my shoes. Like, it's like they're comparing their lives to mine, which is completely and totally understandable because, once again, I point out at the end of the day, we got to worry about ourselves. And I'm not trying to make anyone sound like a bad guy here or anything. If anything, I'm the bad guy because I just I don't get things right away. Kind of slow, but you know, my point being is that a lot of you guys out there have shown that you greatly care about me. A lot of you guys have told me flat out that you care about me, that you want what's best for me and everything, and I do appreciate it sincerely. I hate that whenever I can't follow through with something, I feel like I just let you guys down on top of myself. That's why I'm kind of beating myself up so hard for not getting this Six Gun review out when you guys voted for it. You know, um, but a lot of people keep telling me, you know, and again, this is truth. You know, upload, make, create whenever you want to. It's YouTube. It's not your tube. It's YouTube. You know, I'm not working for a corporate office or anything that says, "Oh, I need these video reviews uploaded by the end of the day. I need these well-written summaries of the latest advancements in the Transformers franchise by next week or anything." I upload when I want to. I upload how I want to. And like I said before, if I do end up making money off of this from patrons, from kind souls who just send money to my PayPal, you know, that's just a bonus. Because I've talked with my parents about this numerous times, mainly my mom. My dad can't really handle personal stuff all that well, but he's getting better at it. But my mom keeps telling me, you know, you got to worry about right now, and you're fine where you are right now. But I can't help but feel like crap because I see all these people in my life who I've known for years, if not almost decades, or at least a decade. I hear them achieving these great, magnificent goals, and I just feel like I'm just sitting there, just watching as they continue to move on without me. And unfortunately, that's life, you know. It's just how it is, you know. And I'm not trying to sound like I hate that they're moving on. I'm grateful that they're achieving these wonderful opportunities and these goals and their achievements. You know, I'm happy for them. I'm naturally an envious person. I will not deny that. I constantly go, man, I wish that was me. Especially when I hear people who say, I got sponsorships from these people, even though I can't say who they are right now. I got this many subscribers. I did this with my life. I got my driver's license. I did this. I did that. And it's like, wow, I wish it was me. But it feels impossible because of the situation that I'm in. And it's not because I've dug my path this way. It's because it's the natural thing of order right now. It's the natural order of things for me right now. Because it's just, I'm in a situation that just doesn't and can't change, unfortunately. I I would love for it to change. I would love for some life changing opportunity to just be like knocking on my door and, you know, just tell me, hey, it's, you know, here's something for you to do that you could possibly manage to make something happen for your life. And it just seems like it's not there. Like right now, I'm taking care of my parents. I'm doing everything for them. A lot of people have like a stigma towards that because they're like, well, you need to make your own money. You need to do this. You need to do that. I get that. I truly get that. But I can't. Because I'm not going to desert the people who need me when they have taken care of me for years. They saved my life. And I'm not just about to turn my back on them and be like, yeah, no, bye. I'm gonna go live my life. They are my life. They are why I am here. They are who I am. And I wouldn't change that for the world. I do understand the inevitable fact that death is a thing in this world that takes a lot of the people we love away from us. And I do understand I have to come face to face with that at one point in the future. But I'm focusing on now. I'm focusing on me. And if a lot of people have this negative stigma to how I'm living my life, regardless if you're concerned or you're irritated at the fact that I'm not listening to your advice or anything, please understand I'm not trying to deliberately ignore your kind words, your suggestions, your advice, your words of wisdom. I'm doing what I think is right. Because you can't control my life. You can only control yours. So yeah, while there will be times where I go on social media to vent to you guys because I feel like you're the only people who listen, or if I go to close friends who have had the same numerous conversation with me over and over again, you know, I'm sorry. But I'm only one man who is tackling a bunch of things at one time. And eventually, all that pressure is going to make me crack. And I'm not saying this out of spite or hate or anger or annoyance, but I'm just saying it to say it because it needs to be said. So, this is affecting the channel on a multitude of levels just because I'm now coming to the point where I need to start taking mental health breaks. They could last weeks, they could last months, they could even last a whole year. But I need to do it for me because I'm uploading because I want to. I mean, yeah, I want to give you guys as much content as possible, but there's plenty here already. You know, if you missed out on figures like, you know, Cog from Wave 1 of Siege, go watch my review. Maybe it'll convince you to buy him now. I mean, granted, you're probably going to have to deal with the aftermarket price, but you know, that's out there. If you missed on my video review of number 44 Leader Class DOTM Optimus Prime, again, you know, the content is there, the reviews are out there. This stuff doesn't come with him, by the way. I just took my weapons that I had originally and I stuffed them on him, but the review's out there. You guys can check it out. There's content out there for you guys. If not from me, then by someone else. But I'm going to start taking more and more mental health breaks because I feel the need to preserve my own positive mental health. And if it means I just don't do anything on my mental health days, if it means that I'm trying to look for some type of at-home employment, if it means I'm trying to find some sort of life-changing opportunity for me, unfortunately YouTube has to suffer that. And unfortunately you guys have to deal with that. Because, again, you put the U in YouTube. And that goes for me too. So if content isn't always going to be around, there's always stuff that you can watch later on. You can even go back and watch my really old videos and make fun of them for all I care. I was not good at that. I mean, I managed to bring a whole patio table in here and filmed on that. And it wasn't horrible, but it was a step to something new. And now I have this new light box that I've been using since the COG video review, I think, is when I started using it, or the Studio Series video reviews. You know, I've come a long way. I just don't take those victories when I see them because I don't see them as changing my life. And unfortunately, they don't. They change the quality of my content, but there's nothing there that is going to change my life. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So, I hope from now on that a lot of you guys and girls out there can understand as to why I'm doing this. I hope that YouTube does not target me for the whole, you know, your videos don't meet our criteria thing. Which I doubt because I'm a pretty small channel yet. I mean, 2,040 subscribers, holy crap, thank you guys very much for that. But I feel like if I started back like way early on, like 2013 or even 2011 when I tried to first make my YouTube channel and then I got taken down from the big update. I feel like I would be a lot. I would be more successful than where I am now, but I'm not taking this success for granted. Far from it. It's just YouTube, as I said before, is basically killing itself. The adpocalypse did a number of damage on all kinds of different channels, and now this new kids content thing is now going to affect a lot of YouTubers as well, even when YouTube has YouTube Kids, which I don't understand why YouTube Kids isn't successful, but everyone wants to come on here for Minecraft videos and Fortnite and all kinds of other stuff. I mean, it's just another change that we have to deal with, and if it destroys the Transformers YouTube community, so be it. We'll find something new. We'll make something new. Because when push comes to shove, we somehow manage to persevere. And I don't see a need to give in to defeat all that easy. So. But I'm still going to try and work my way around the system. If I don't make money, fine. Just means I have to ease up on buying figures. But I'm not giving up without a fight. Far from it. The only thing I can say right now is I don't know when content is going to be coming back. I would like it to come back sooner than later. But again, at the end of the day, only I can decide. And I hope a lot of you guys understand that that's just the cold hard truth. It doesn't have to be one that you can accept, but it is one that we all have to deal with, for better or for worse. So, with all that being said, my fellow addicts, we'll just see what happens in the future. But I hope to God that YouTube understands what's happening to a lot of content creators who have been here from the very beginning, and they somehow managed to fix this, because it's really unfair that we as fan bases of these individuals who managed to do these wonderful things for their videos and such suffer the most. All because, once again, YouTube is trying to cover their own ass. I'm looking at you, Susan. But I guess they're also doing it for the well-being of, they don't want to get in any more trouble because they were selling kids' data to advertisers. So, again, big no-no, but they did it. They knew, you know, I mean, the guy on the news even made a perfect analogy. It's a parking ticket, not a punishment. So, we'll just wait and see. Maybe there's still hope for me to become a big YouTuber out there in the future. Maybe there will be a good change where YouTube fixes itself later on, instead of focusing on the big names and the corporate franchises and everything. But if not, again, you know, so be it. So, I'll try and stick around for as long as I can. I know I do these streams almost every few months. I'm sorry, but this is honestly something different. This was to address that I'm taking mental health breaks. And this is just also to discuss the inevitable future of my channel as a Transformers content creator, because, like I said, we're all going to be getting hit with this if we do what we do. But the only thing I can say is, if you're not doing YouTube for the money, you have nothing to worry about. And I think that you should keep doing it regardless of the the social stigma that's going around. You know, like I always say, it's not wrong to have a hobby that you're passionate about. As long as you can balance everything in your life, I think you're fine. You can live how you want. You can like what you like. You can do what you love. You were put on this planet for a reason, and that's to be you. Don't be how others want you to be. Be yourself. That's why I'm still 23, going on 24 this year, playing with Transformers. Because these things have saved me on numerous times in my life. And I've been supporting them for this long. And I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So why should you? So, however, if I don't post on here as much as I want to anymore, Instagram is a thing that I do. You can follow me there, lowercase TFA1024, the Transformers Addict, but minus the Transformers Addict, but lowercase TFA, then 1024 on Instagram. Follow me there. Become a super Instagram TF Addict today, if you want to. But I do post there occasionally. That is my personal / Transformers account. I don't do one of each because I don't see a purpose in that, but it's a thing I do. If you want to follow it, feel free. I can talk there. I can post there. And I will be making a community tab post later today or tomorrow or sometime next week on the whole mental health break thing. I've already did it on Instagram. I don't really feel the need to do it here on YouTube. I think this video is proof enough. But in case I don't return because of personal things, because of YouTube, or because of unknown reasons that I may not be able to update you on due to, unexpected surprises in life. Thank you guys very much for making me feel like I'm someone rather than no one. I was always the social outcast in my life. I always tried to make friends, but I could never keep them. In my younger years, like when I was like toddler to middle school, I was always a social outcast, even in high school. So whenever I didn't have people to turn to, I had these. I had Transformers. I had my figures. But now, being part of this community, I still don't really feel like I belong, but I do feel comfort that can't really be fully explained. But what I can say is that I am incredibly grateful to each and every one of you who have been part of my community, regardless of our differences, regardless of our different likings. I feel really grateful to give you guys a safe haven to come to whenever you want to talk about differences in Transformers or Transformers news. Like, there's no social stigma, there's no like obligation or anything. I just really feel grateful that people can come to me in comments and such and talk to me about movies and G1, and there's peace, which is unfortunately something that the main Transformers community lacks, because there's these multiple subdivisions of groups of people and their cliques, and then there's mine where it's like everyone is welcome. We all like Transformers at the end of the day. Why can't we all just get along and accept that we like different things, but around the same thing? I may not be a Generation 1, baby boomer, but I like Transformers. I respect Generation 1, otherwise I wouldn't be so excited about figures like Six Gun, or Cog, or Reflector. I probably wouldn't care about any of them if I didn't know about Generation 1. But I do. And I'm grateful for that. And I think you all should be grateful for liking what you like as well. So, don't stop liking who you are. Continue to fight on the good fight. And keep being yourself, because that's all you can be. I will try and keep you guys posted through Instagram, through community tabs, everything else. But I better wrap this up before my phone decides to just kill itself, because it's been having technical issues that I need to actually put funds towards. So I'm going to leave it here. If you guys have any questions, comments, you want to share some kind words, if you want to troll me, whatever it is you want to do, feel free to let me know down in the comment section down below. And I ask and beg you, please keep it clean, leave out the mean. With that being said, my fellow addicts, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. So please remember, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF Addicts for life! This is TF 1024, the Transformers Addict, rolling out till all are one. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.